Today we are going on a city tour. We're going on a city tour, and then after that we're going to go to the Titanic Museum, which the one that's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, I really had wanted to go to when it was first built in, I think it was 2010, something like that, around that era, but never got a chance to. So this is pretty cool to go to the actual Titanic Museum in Belfast before going to that one, even though it took like, you know, 9 years or whatever. But anyway, we are all loaded on the bus. We have a different bus driver today than we did the last couple of days, which is a little bit sad, but I'm sure this guy will be just as good. Maybe he won't prank us as much. I don't know. The Irish they're mischievous, very mischievous. So it's not as cold as yesterday, and I'm gonna knock on wood for that. And it's still just, you can see behind me, it's out the bus window.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
it's really overcast. So here we go.
You're very welcome on board, guys. We're going to see the peace line, and we're going to see both sides of the community. Okay, and I'm going to explain to you sort of the way things were, the way things are today, and the way things hopefully are going forward. Okay, so we'll start off, guys. I want to try and sort of help you understand our situation in this country. Okay, so on one side of the divide you have Catholics, who are also known as nationalists. Now, they consider themselves to be Irish, and they will come under the Irish flag, which is a green, white and orange tricolour, or tricolor, whatever way you want to say it. On the other side of the fence you have Protestants, or loyalists. A loyalist is someone who is loyal to Her Majesty the Queen of England, and they consider themselves British. Okay, now Northern Ireland, guys, is its own country. Okay, so we come under the UK. Okay, so don't be mistaken, guys, this is not Ireland. Okay, it's Northern Ireland. And believe it or not, some people would take offence if you say, oh, we're in Ireland, okay, because it's not. It's a different country completely. We have a border, so don't be mistaken, guys. This is UK, part of Great Britain. Just, if you have a quick look on your left-hand side, guys, you'll see a little grey house, okay, just here. And that's known as a 2-up, 2-down house. Basically 2 rooms upstairs and 2 rooms downstairs. And an outside toilet for the whole street. So not very convenient, guys, but that's the way things were, and that's what your average working class person lived in. And you could have had up to 14 people in one of those houses at one time. So pretty crowded, guys, pretty crowded. So we're coming on to what's known as the Falls Road. This is 100% Catholic or nationalist or Republican. Okay, just in front of us you have what's called Divis Tower, and just across to the right on the other side of the road, if you look above the roofs of the houses, you will see the peace line, which divides both the Falls Road from the Shankle Road. Shankle Road being 100% Protestant. So the top 2 floors of this tower block were actually occupied by the British Army for about 35 years. And the reason that they were up there, guys, they had all their sophisticated listening devices and their observation equipment. And if they saw any sort of trouble starting, they could send in the police and the army to try and sort of contain that. So we're going to see both sides of the divide this morning, guys. This side being the nationalist side. Now, this is the International Wall. This is the first set of murals that you'll see on the tour today. I'm just going to put over into this little lay-by. You'll also see another big mural of Bobby Sands on the side of the Sinn Féin press office. And anytime you would have seen Martin McGuinness or Jerry Adams doing a press conference, most of the time that's where they stood, beside the mural of Bobby Sands. So guys, we're going to turn up Clonard Street now, and we're going to be passing by Clonard Monastery. Now, Clonard Monastery is quite significant because this is the place where the peace process, or the talks for the peace process, actually started. So this is where the likes of the leaders of all the parties from Northern Ireland, political parties, from the paramilitary groups, the Prime Minister from England, I think at the time was Tony Blair, you'd also Nelson Mandela, and a lot of the church leaders. So they all met together here in Clonard Monastery, and they began the talks for the peace process.
And that, boys and girls, is called always being on the wrong side of the bus. Like always. Every single time.
So we're going to make our way round now to the other side of the peace wall, and we'll be in the Protestant area. Now you're going to see, guys, when we do that, we will be driving through a set of automatic barriers, okay, security barriers, which, believe it or not, are still closed every evening, okay? And the reason that's happening, guys, is quite simple. It's so as the security force can still keep an eye on the amount of traffic coming and going from each area, because this used to be the route that the paramilitary groups used for doing shootings and bombings. Once we pass through these barriers, we're in a Protestant area. So we're going to drive down along the peace wall, guys, and we're going to make another stop down there at a significant part of the peace wall. We'll let you get some more photographs. So this is known as Cooper Way. So if you can imagine, before the peace wall was built, guys, this was all little rows of houses, both Protestant and Catholic people living together, and they lived here happily for some time until things started to heat up, okay? And most of the trouble, guys, in Belfast actually started when the peace marches, or the civil rights marches in Londonderry started. You'll obviously heard of Bloody Sunday, okay? So that spread out, guys, to most areas in Northern Ireland at one stage, especially in Belfast. Out of 10,000 bombings in Northern Ireland, 9,000 of those bombs were here in Belfast. So it was pretty horrid, guys. Nobody wanted to come into the city centre for a long time. And if you did come into the city centre, you had to go through a security barrier where you were searched, okay? Every store had security where you were searched, okay? So it was a pretty horrible time, guys. So just over here on the right, guys, this is a particular poignant part of the wall, okay? People from all over the world will come along and they will write little messages of hope on the wall, okay, from all over the world. But some very famous people have also did that, but they've just been highlighted. So you can see right in the top in the middle, open your arms to change, but don't let go of your values. That was the Dalai Lama wrote that. There's one there from Bill Clinton. Where is he? I can't read it from here, guys, but you'll see it when you get out. Okay, also down at the bottom here, you'll see little sort of nursery rhyme things, and they were just what the kids used to sing when they were younger, when they were playing skipping or whatever. Let me see, where are we? Cinderella, dressed in yellow, went up the stairs to kiss her fella. Okay, so that was one of those little rhymes that they used to use. Also, you'll see the names of the workers that worked in the linen industry. Linen was the biggest industry in the world here in Belfast at one stage, and we were known as Linenopolis. So you'll see a carder, a flax looser, yam tucker, piecer, spreader, ring oiler. Okay, so they were all people, all different jobs that people had in the linen mills.
So this is the peace wall that separates the Catholic side of Belfast from the Protestant side of Belfast. And there's a lot of graffiti. I actually signed the wall in 2 different places, but I only took a picture of one because I was trying not to be left. So here's the area where mine is, and there's my first signature on the wall.